Hey there. Have you ever found yourself wanting to bring the family together, but the thought of organizing it all feels a little overwhelming? Maybe the grandkids are running wild, the house feels too small, or you're just not sure how to make it work for everyone, especially us folks over 60 who might need a bit more comfort these days. I totally get it. Family gatherings are the heartbeat of so many memories, but as we get older, pulling them off can start to feel like a puzzle. The good news? It doesn't have to be hard, and it's worth every bit of effort to see those smiling faces around the table. I'm so glad you're here with me today, because we're going to figure this out together. You see, organizing a family gathering when you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond isn't just about keeping traditions alive, it's about making sure you get to enjoy them too. We're not as spry as we once were, and that's okay. The trick is to plan it in a way that feels good for you, not stressful, while still giving everyone that warm, fuzzy feeling of being together. Today, we're going to walk through 5 simple, practical tips to make your next get-together a breeze, ideas that keep you in the mix without wearing you out. Let's start with the first one, because it's all about setting the stage, picking the right time and place. Timing is everything, isn't it? You don't want to host a big dinner when you're already feeling tuckered out from the day, and you don't want the little ones melting down because it's past their bedtime. Think about what works for you first, maybe a late brunch instead of a late-night feast. My friend Doris, who's 68, swears by her Sunday brunches now. She used to do these big dinners that left her exhausted, but she switched to 11 a.m., when she's got energy and the kids aren't cranky yet. Everyone shows up, eats, chats, and she's still got her afternoon free to relax. It's not about what you've always done, it's about what feels right now. Pick a time when you're at your best, whether that's morning, midday, or early evening, and stick to it. Then there's the place. Hosting at home is great if you've got the space and the stamina, but don't sleep on other options. A park with a pavilion can be a lifesaver, less cleanup, plenty of room for the kids to run, and you're not stuck in the kitchen. Doris tried this once when her house felt too crowded, and she loved it. She brought a few folding chairs, the family pitched in with food, and it was easy breezy. If outside's not your thing, maybe a community room at your church or apartment complex works, somewhere comfy where you can sit back and let the day unfold. The key is to choose a spot that doesn't leave you frazzled, close to home, easy to get to, and with enough seats for everyone, especially if mobility's a factor for you or other older folks coming along. Now, let's ease into the next tip, because once you've got the when and where sorted, it's all about keeping things simple, and that starts with the food. I know we've all got those recipes we're famous for, the ones the family begs for, but you don't have to do it all yourself anymore. My cousin Ed, who's 71, used to spend days prepping his lasagna for gatherings. Last year, he said, enough of that, and turned it into a potluck. He made the lasagna, because he loves it, but asked everyone else to bring a side or dessert. His daughter brought a salad, his son-in-law baked cookies, and suddenly, the table was full without him breaking a sweat. It's not about giving up your favorites, it's about sharing the load so you can enjoy the party too. You can keep it even simpler if you want, think sandwiches, a big pot of soup, or even ordering pizza. The point is to feed everyone without chaining yourself to the stove. Ed's trick is to text the family a week ahead, see who's bringing what, and fill in the gaps. That way, you're not guessing, and you've got time to rest before the big day. It's a little shift that makes a big difference, less work for you, more time to laugh with the grandkids or catch up with your sister. And honestly, no one's there for a gourmet meal, they're there for you, for the stories, for the togetherness. So, with the time, place, and food feeling manageable, let's move into how you can make sure everyone's comfortable, because that's the heart of a good gathering, especially as we get older. Alright, so we've got the time and place locked in, and the food sorted without turning you into a one-person catering crew. Now, let's talk about something that really makes a family gathering sing, making sure everyone's comfortable, especially us older folks who might need a little extra TLC. After 60, you know how it goes, those hard chairs start feeling like torture after an hour, or a room that's too loud can leave you wishing for a nap. The good news is, with a few simple tweaks, you can set things up so everyone's happy, including you. It's all about creating a space where the stories flow and the laughter lasts, not where you're counting the minutes until you can sit down. Comfort starts with the basics: seating. You don't want Aunt Mary perched on a wobbly stool or your knees screaming because the couch is too low. Think about what you need first, maybe a chair with a cushion or a spot where you can stretch your legs. My neighbor Clara, who's 73, started bringing her own folding chair with a backrest to family picnics after one too many stiff benches. She laughed and said, "I'm too old to suffer for a potato salad." For your gathering, make sure there's enough good seating, borrow chairs if you need to, or ask folks to bring their own favorites. If it's at home, pull out the comfiest options and save the fancy but hard dining chairs for decoration. Add a few pillows or blankets too, little touches that say, "Relax, you're home here." Then there's the noise factor. Kids yelling, music blaring, it's fun until it's not. You want to hear the grandkids tell you about their school play, not nod along because you can't catch a word. Clara's trick is to set up a quiet corner, a spot with a couple of chairs away from the chaos, where she can chat with her sister or just take a breather. If you're outside, pick a shady area. If you're indoors, maybe turn the TV off or keep the music low. It's not about shutting down the fun, it's about balancing it so you're not worn out halfway through. And if hearing's tricky for you or someone else, keep that in mind, face people when you talk, and maybe pick a spot where the chatter's not bouncing off the walls. Now, let's ease into something just as important: keeping the day moving without you having to run the show every second. I know how it is, you want everyone to have a good time, but you don't want to be the one herding cats all afternoon. That's where a loose plan comes in, something to keep the energy up without locking you into a schedule. My friend Tony, who's 70, figured this out after a few chaotic Thanksgivings. He used to wing it, and by the end, he was exhausted from chasing kids and answering, "What's next?" Now, he's got a simple flow: food first, then a little activity, then free time. Last time, he set out a big puzzle on the coffee table after lunch. The adults sipped coffee and chatted while the kids dove in, and he got to sit back and enjoy it instead of playing referee. You don't need anything fancy, keep it easy and fun. Maybe it's a stack of old photos to flip through. Everyone loves a "remember when" moment, or a game like bingo with silly prizes from the dollar store. Tony's puzzle idea came from his grandkids, but he says it's the grown-ups who get hooked, arguing over where the corner pieces go. If you're outside, a scavenger hunt for the little ones works wonders. Give them a list like, "Find a red leaf," and let them loose while you kick back. The point is to give the day a rhythm so you're not the only one keeping it going. Ask a niece or son to lead the charge if you want, they'll love pitching in, and you'll love the break. So, with comfort covered and the day flowing smoothly, let's roll into how you can bring everyone into the mix, because a great gathering isn't just about you hosting, it's about the whole family feeling like they're part of it. Alright, so we've got the comfort dialed in with cozy seats and a calm vibe, and the day's humming along with a little plan to keep things easy. Now, let's talk about something that really ties a family gathering together: getting everyone involved so it's not just your show. After 60, it's tempting to think you've got to be the one making it all happen, like you're still the glue holding the family together. But here's the secret: when everyone pitches in, it's not just less work for you, it's more fun for them too. It turns the day into something you all create, and that's where the magic lives. Think about how good it feels when someone says, "Let me help with that." You don't have to twist arms, most folks want to chip in, they just need a nudge. My cousin Ruth, who's 67, learned this the hard way after a Christmas where she did everything: cooked, cleaned, even set up the tree solo. She was wiped out, and the family didn't even notice how much she'd done. The next year, she changed it up. A week before, she called her daughter and said, "Hey, can you bring that apple pie everyone loves?" Then she asked her grandkids to decorate the table, nothing fancy, just some paper snowflakes they made. By the time the day rolled around, she was sipping tea while the house filled up with food and laughter, and everyone was proud of their part. She told me, "It's not my party anymore, it's ours. You can do this too, and it's so simple." A few days ahead, toss out some easy asks. Maybe your son grills the burgers, or your niece brings a playlist for background tunes. Keep it light, no one's signing up for a chore chart, just little jobs that fit what they're good at. If you're not big on asking, try framing it as a team effort. "I'd love it if we all brought something to share." Ruth started texting her crew a loose plan, nothing bossy, just, "I'm making soup, who's got bread?" And now it's a tradition they all look forward to. It's less on your plate, and they get that warm fuzzy feeling of being needed. Plus, it's a chance for the younger ones to step up and shine, which feels pretty great to watch. Now, let's weave in one more piece that makes this all come alive, adding a touch of nostalgia to pull everyone closer. Family gatherings are about more than just eating and chatting, they're about those threads that tie us back to the good old days. You don't need to overdo it, just a little something to spark those "remember when" smiles. My buddy Frank, who's 72, started doing this at his summer barbecues. He's got a box of old photos, nothing organized, just snapshots from the 70s and 80s, and he'll set them out on a table with a "take a peek" sign. Last time, his kids found a picture of him in bell-bottoms, and the grandkids couldn't stop giggling. It kicked off a whole afternoon of stories, some he'd forgotten himself, and suddenly, everyone was connected, swapping tales over hot dogs. You can keep it easy, maybe it's not photos, but a recipe your mom used to make, like her famous cornbread, that you whip up and share the story behind. Or pull out a song everyone knows. Frank's got a guitar he strums "Sweet Caroline" on, and the whole crew sings along, off-key and loving it. It's not about planning a big production, it's about dropping a little anchor to the past that everyone can grab onto. If you've got a grandkid who's techie, ask them to dig up an old family video. 5 minutes of grainy footage can turn into an hour of "I forgot about that." It's a soft way to bring the generations together, and it gives you a chance to sit back and soak it in instead of running the show. So, with everyone pitching in and those sweet nostalgic touches warming things up, let's wrap this up with how to keep the good vibes going long after the day's done, because a great gathering doesn't just end when the dishes are cleared.